What's going on, NGT Games? Geirbiscohn here, and I have for you Crysis 2 gameplay. Aw, yeah. So I'm sure that I'm not the first guy to get you guys some Crysis 2 gameplay here. I actually kind of late to the game on Crysis 2. I picked it up the couple days after release for the PC, and then I picked it up again a couple days after that for the PlayStation 3, and I'm playing it on the PlayStation 3 for this video. I will say that it looks amazing on the PC though, because I have a pretty good PC, can run the game pretty good settings, and man, console gamers are missing out, that's for sure. But like I said, I am playing on the PS3, so don't flame me for console hate. I have everything. I have all the consoles and a PC. It's all good, guys. It's all good. So we're playing some Crash Site here, and the game, honestly, the game looks pretty dang good on the consoles as well. So you know, nothing to get your undies in a bundle about. But, ooh, bad shooting on my part. Anyway, so let's talk about this game, Crysis 2. I'm playing some Crash Site here. I don't know, the map might be called Downed Bird. I think that's what the map is called. It's the one that's got that, like, alien spaceship crash landing zone in it. Kind of goes along with the title of the gameplay, Crash Site, right? Wow, I got some bad aim. So, Crash Site is actually probably my favorite game type to play by myself, just because instant action and team instant action have some serious campage a lot of times going on. Crash Site, there's an objective in the mix, so you know you kind of have a goal in mind, not just hey, I need to find people to kill them. And I always like an objective-based game type better. So that's just me. Plus, you'll find a lot of times in Crash Site that guys aren't always actually... Oh, I get stuck on the wall. Oh, that's too bad. You find that guys aren't always playing the objective, and that can work to your advantage. Or if you get caught on the losing end of that, when you have a team that's not playing the objective, but you are, it can make for a frustrating game. I actually have a gameplay like that up on my own channel. It's called Crysis 2 I Hate My Team. I had a pretty decent game in that video. Well, anyway, I'm not going to talk about that video. Let's talk about this video. So Crash Site, like I said, one of my favorite game types, and I liked there are a couple things that I like to, a couple tips I can give you guys that help you have some better success in Crash Site, and that is I like to stick. I mean, and you can take this from any other shooter game. You can take this advice from any game and use it in any game. It's really just basic advice, and that is you always want to stick to the perimeter of the map until, in this case, until you know where the Crash Site is. Now, I find generally when I'm playing Crash Site that I like to kind of hang tight until I know where the Crash Site actually is, where it pops up. Because the last thing you want to be doing is running away from where it's gonna show up. Because the Crash Site, every time, it's like headquarters. It's very, very similar to headquarters in like Call of Duty, or like it's just a general kind of King of the Hill type mode. Now, and the reason I say that you want to kind of hang tight until it appears is because you don't ever want to be running away from it, because since you don't know where it's going to show up. So you don't want to be running around one building, especially these maps in this game are actually fairly large. It's almost kind of disappointing that they're as big as they are, just because, like, you've got 6v6, so there's 12 people playing, and here I'm trying to, like, I'm wondering if I can jump up there, and I realize, no, I'm not going to be able to get up there, so we'll go around this way, and, oh, look, there's some scaffolding. We'll use that. But 6v6 on these maps is kind of too bad. On the PC, there are some servers with 8v8, which is a lot nicer, but it's really too bad that they, honestly, that this game is peer-to-peer, and that it's only 6v6. It would have been, this game, it would have been amazing. I mean, it's still fun, don't get me wrong. It's a great game, a lot of fun, definitely a great alternative to a Call of Duty or like a Halo, but it would have been amazing if they had dedicated servers on consoles and more players. That's all I gotta say about that, really. So here you see me playing the objective like a champ. Oh yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this gameplay isn't like uberly. Oh, get turned on, thank you very much. Oh, I'm using, so my class setup here, this video's all over the place, I'm sorry, but, you know, what do you guys want, right? I'm using that retriever. I generally use the covert ops, which is the no footsteps. And I don't know what I'm using for the second slot, but the third slot, ever since I unlocked Retriever, that's all I use. Always. And here's an example of what I was talking about, how I'm just kind of waiting to see where the crash site goes. Because, let's see where it actually does land, because I don't quite remember. But, where is it? So it's over there. Now, in that situation, I would have been pretty much okay to run towards pretty much any direction because I was in the corner of the map. But let's just say the crash site landed right where I am now. And when I was back there behind that hiding, waiting, I started running off the opposite direction. I would have been at a huge disadvantage getting towards the crash site because I would have been going the opposite direction. So it's really just a good idea to sit tight until you know where the crash site is going to be. And then even if the enemy does get there first, you can at least know, you can at least know where it is, and you can find a way to get to that crash site without as much resistance, basically. So yeah, the Retriever perk is awesome though, because the one thing I don't like is that you have to go and get those pick up the enemy dog tags to get your kill streak. And I know that that's to alleviate camping, but honestly, sometimes it's just tactically not. Oh, that was fail. I don't know what happened, but I thought I killed him. I think I got all my points. That's what happened. My plus 30 popped up for for capturing the crash site, and I thought that was a plus 50, so I stopped shooting and reloaded, and I got owned for it. And a jumping fail. But yeah, guys, this game on the consoles definitely is pretty laggy. Not gonna lie to you. I'm playing so PS3. I hear it's a lot more laggy than the Xbox, which for whatever reason, PS3 users tend to get shafted in that respect. I don't know why. But let me tell you, I'm pretty sure I got host this game. Oh yeah, I'm host. There's no question. And I'm not even doing that well, but it'll get better. Don't worry. It'll get better. My score, yeah. Well, I mean, I pull off a 2-to-1 kill death at the end. And I think I played the objective fairly well. And in an objective game, that's really the goal, isn't it? I think it is. If you disagree, that's fine. You don't have to watch. You can leave. But if you do agree, which I assume most of you guys do, because that's generally the feedback I've gotten in the past. That was fail. And look at the laggy kill cam. This just shows the lag in this game. But I got host, and every time I get host, I tend to get something that is fairly decent by my standards. Usually when I pull host, I'm able to get a gameplay that I consider worthy of YouTube, or that I consider good, which is generally something like this, where a 2-to-1 where I play the objective fairly well, or a TDM where I tend to go a little bit higher than 2-to-1, and that's all. That just shows you how big the host advantage is in this game, and how because like when I don't have host, I'm dying a lot of times, and I'm scratching my head. Like, now I know there was something sketchy going on there. I'm sure of it. And I'm sure when I'm host and I'm killing people that they're doing the same thing. They're scratching their head wondering how in the heck that they lost that gunfight. But so let me give you guys a quick tip for when you do pull host. If you do pull host, if and when you pull host, and you are playing an objective type mode such as crash site, one thing that you want to keep in mind is that you're going to be able to win most of your gunfights more so than the rest of the team or the rest of the players are. So you should also try to keep in mind the Slayer role. And I know that the Slayer role is often looked down upon, or not looked down upon, but like used as an excuse. Like, I don't have to play the objective, I'm just being the Slayer. And I mean, I can understand that mentality to a certain point, but you always want to be playing the objective, whether or not you want to call yourself a Slayer. Because if you are a Slayer, you're going to be right there at the objective, and then, once you capture the objective, then you're going to go out and kill the enemy team. But just keep in mind that if and when you do pull host, you will be able to win more of your gunfights because of that. So, I don't want to say ignore the objective, but you definitely have to be aware of your team, and if they're having the ability to kill the enemy because of the connection. That's just really all I can say about that, because it's laggy on the PlayStation. I mean, it just is. There's no real way around it. I mean, I pull host. I've been pulling host a lot lately, and I've been loving it. but the nights where I don't full host, I don't love it quite so much. And that's, I mean, that's the way Call of Duty is too, but it seems like this game, I think just because it takes so many more bullets to kill somebody, that the frustration of just the bullet sponginess of the enemies can get really frustrating. So, well, there we go. We got a victory out of the deal. I had a pretty good game. I think it was pretty entertaining gameplay. There was a few deaths in there, a few more than I would have liked. But it was fun, and that's what was most important, right? Having fun, playing the objective, pulling out the win for your team. So, you guys can go subscribe to my my YouTube channel if you like, because I do Crysis 2, SOCOM 4, Homefront. And if you don't want to, I don't blame you. So, catch you guys later.
Hey guys, we now have our own website. Actually, we've always had our own website, but why not follow us on there? There you'll find all our videos conveniently sorted into playlists by game, as well as videos from many other directors that are part of our NGT network.